Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Scotty Mays tries to keep us on track and fails. Jason D. McKeever is in to tell us about French and local music radio stations. And Patrick is here too. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at WWSU1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, hey, we're back on the Life Radio Show. We're gonna recover. That was that was an amazing first hour. Amy James is fantastic, talented, funny. Everything you could possibly want in a guest. And
right, the little bit that I did get when I came in, definitely hilarious. And I tried to keep in the laughter because, of course, I didn't have a microphone, so I tried to.
Right.
See, you might lose the microphone already. So.
Jason D. McKeever,
yes, sir.
is in. Yeah.
Previous,
what's the D stand for?
Instrumental mayonnaise.
Yep, we're starting early.
It stands for dirty. No. No, my middle name is Darnell.
Oh, okay.
Darnell.
That's a good.
It's a nice one.
Good name.
Nice name, yeah.
Good name.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
We need to get the full backstory on you because I haven't seen you in about 3 years, probably.
At least
close to that, because we were in the original pilot of They're Here.
That's right.
With Chris Toney.
That's right.
And which he revamped a bunch of it, and he finished most of it now.
Yeah, I saw. I'm still waiting for my part. So, Chris, you come get me.
Oh, he
come get me.
So, what have you been up to since then?
Well, I actually have an online French and local music station.
French and local.
French and local music station. Okay. Yep. So French music played from around the world, whether it be from Africa, Canada, Louisiana, the Caribbean, and of course local music right here in the Miami Valley, whether it be from Dayton, Springfield, you name it.
There are a lot of talented local musicians.
Yes, there are, and the Miami Valley does not get enough credit for that.
No, not nearly enough.
I mean, from way back then to even now, I mean, the talent is just amazing in this area, and it definitely gets overlooked, and that's something that we really need to do about that. So that's why I decided to start the station so local artists can be able to freely express and say, hey, here I am, Dayton's still going, or Heber Heights, or Kettering, wherever you are in the Miami Valley, hey, we still have good music coming out.
Where can we find your station at?
The website itself is FrenchandLocalDayton.weebly.com.
French and local?
Yeah, French and local Dayton .weebly, WEEB as in boy, LY.com.
All right, I'll have to check that out. This way I can also tag it when the podcast episode comes out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because at one time we were discussing putting my show on your station, and you got cold feet.
No, it wasn't cold feet.
you listened to a couple episodes, and you said, "Nope, this is not going on my station."
No, not at all. There's just the parent company, Live 365, just has some guidelines that
right. And we couldn't make it.
Yeah, they wouldn't budge on it. That was the only thing. I mean, if they decide to bend the rules a little bit.
Yeah. This is because I kept mentioning WWSU, because I can cut them out entirely.
Ouch. I feel hurt.
Hey, Scotty,
be nice.
Did you help Miss James find her way out of the...
She found her car.
She found the squirrel poop and the possum.
She was like,
tail.
there's the squirrel. And let me grab this possum by the tail. Oh.
Yep.
Is that going to be a new sport?
What's that?
I didn't know it was
Throwing
not.
possums.
It's an old sport.
It is an old sport.
The possum slinging? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. No, really.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Although at one time I was going to start my own production company called Possum Pitching.
Possum picking.
because of the place I was going to a certain person's house to do a certain podcast, and in order to get there, I had to go to an area called Pitchin off of Possum Road. So
Okay.
hey, Possum Pitchin, that's fun. I even had a little logo worked out, little animation,
Nice.
Possum Pitchin, and now somebody's going to steal it because it's out there
Yep.
live.
Yeah,
Now it's just out there.
Yep, it's gone.
Yep, now it's out there. So I didn't really want it anyway. So somebody else will have this great idea and they'll think it's all theirs and they really stole my stuff again.
Possum
Right.
pitching and stripper crack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody stole the stripper crack idea from earlier today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
I believe it.
and that's really
I
what
believe
we're all about is just sharing band names. Yeah, because we can't keep all this genius to ourselves, Scotties.
That's right.
Scotties.
No.
If we
Just
want to
one
keep
of you.
what we have, we have
There's
to
just
give it
one
away.
of you, but I'm seeing double. I laughed a lot during the last. I think I had
That
a
was-
stroke.
I think I had a stroke.
What kind of
Orgasmic
stroke?
stroke.
Upstroke.
Upstroke.
Well,
Okay, not a
downstroke, actually,
downstroke.
My face is so hot right now. Like,
Yeah,
Amy-
it is.
Amy
So
J.
hot.
So Amy is on our Facebook Live right now, and she said, "OMG, that's where my grandpa lives, pitching."
Oh, no kidding. That's because there's only like 4 people that live there. So she did not know her grandpa had a podcast.
that is hilarious.
Now that is funny. That's very funny.
That is funny. Yep.
Where do you find these stories? Those stories were hilarious.
I
and they're
find
just-
these stories wherever I can find dumb things. A lot of them come from weird news on Huffington Post.
Oh God.
And I'll go through some of those and I'll find some that just basically I put in stupid news or strange news. I'll dig through stuff until something catches my eye and then I'll put it down on here. And by the time we do the show, I've forgotten what it is. Because actually, we're already through the stories that I put on this week. So the rest of the news stories that we're going to do in the second half of this hour are all going to be stuff that's from like a week and a half ago that I don't remember any of them.
Oh, okay.
So that's half the fun is I try my best to not really remember much about the news stories I put down, which is really easy because I have a terrible memory.
Okay.
So when I start making jokes and cracking silly jokes about them, most of that's off the top of my head, if not all, because I really forget what most of the stories are.
Well, and society is quick forgetters, so it's nice to revisit the news stories that have already been visited by
true. Right.
others to
Right.
keep it fresh.
Right. And
Because let's not.
I always
Right
think
off
it's-
the
I always
idiocy.
think it's fun when I cover a news story like 2 weeks ago, and then I'll hear it on Bob and Tom.
Yeah.
Like I already
Nice.
I beat you to it, guys. Get on the ball. You got people doing this stuff for you. I'm doing this myself.
It's a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, but it's also fun to. I've actually had guests on this show and heard them the next day on Bob and Tom.
So Lindley
That's
is
cool.
asking
Yeah,
about
that's always
Fortnite
fun.
news.
What's that?
Lindley is asking about Fortnite news.
Lindley needs to take a
tell
nap.
you in 2 weeks.
Yes. there you go.
I'll tell you in a more
Yeah.
time.
Tell you.
There you go.
I don't.
Beautiful.
I don't know of any Fortnite news. That's a game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know nothing
Why?
about it. Yeah.
Why? Why are we? Why?
Why would we be on Fortnite news? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Come
something
on.
I don't follow.
That's good. You should feel proud of that. You really should. Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Mumbo jumbo.
You see how he tried to change his face to avoid a certain word coming out there?
Yes. It started with an M, and it was a multisyllabic word.
Dude, you are just blowing me away with your vocabulary this evening. I'm very proud of you.
I'm a college graduate and an English major, Scotty. I should have something, you know.
I mean,
You're
they didn't
English.
pay you enough when you were at the plant engineering, so they got to give you something.
Right, exactly.
Good vocabulary, at least.
No slippage tonight.
No. There- at my age, Scotty, there's always
Little
a little
mayonnaise
slip.
stand up.
Yeah, don't slip on the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So we're talking to Jason D. McKeever.
How you
If
pronounce
he
it?
still
What's his
wants
last
to.
name? What's your last
McKeever.
name? McKeever.
Like
Okay.
we were talking about Miriam McKeever. Well, that's
Oh
Miriam
yeah.
Makeba.
Yeah, Makeba.
Are you familiar with Miriam Makeba?
No,
It's
I'm
not
not.
French. She's an African singer, and
Okay.
she's famous for the click,
Oh yeah.
that kind of stuff. So that's why we were talking with Snoop Dogg earlier. If you've never heard of,
Gotcha.
she actually did one of her most famous songs. She did as a duet with Paul Simon.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, they did a duet together.
Now we're going to get criticized for not
It-
appreciating the art of the click.
Yes. Well, I appreciate the art of the click.
Well, I guess.
I know who she is. I've heard her
Right.
music. I can't criticize me on that. But no,
we can be criticized for anything.
yeah, absolutely. That's true. That's true.
Amy's like, I still can't get out of this damn parking lot.
Yeah.
Hey, just keep driving around for the next 40 minutes, and I will come out there and show you the way out.
Oh, bless her heart.
Eventually, you'll
That's great.
you'll hit Colonel Glenn, or you won't. I
Just
don't
come
know.
back in and sit in on the show.
When all else
finish the show.
fails, get back to the Creative Arts Center.
Yeah.
Might find a piano there.
Yes. Yeah. Or
Or an instrumental mayonnaise.
yeah. We're where were we? We got.
We were.
I know you mentioned my name, and then that was it. We just
Oh, okay.
went
Yeah,
over it.
we're talking to Jason. Yeah, we were talking to how I came to know Miriam Makeba songs.
Yeah.
As years ago, I was working at a place. We were kind of during our job. We weren't allowed to actually do anything. They called it. We were on just a work freeze.
Oh,
So we
okay.
weren't allowed because we did a lot of electrical work out in this data center area, and we weren't allowed to do anything. So basically, we'd go in for 12 hours a night and sit in the office.
So everything was like locked out and tagged
Yeah.
out kind of deal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
Because they were afraid of disrupting the servers and everything. So, because there was long story. But anyway, we got to having a competition last night because he was a big fan of Billy Joel. And he was playing Billy Joel on YouTube. So, no, he was playing ABBA. He was a fan of ABBA.
ABBA, okay.
And I
Abba
knew
dabba.
that he hated Billy Joel, so I started playing Billy Joel. And we just kind of went back and forth with who could play a more obscure song to drive the other one out of the room. And I finally got him with Paul Simon and Miriam Makeba.
Nice.
He said, "What the hell is that?" And I looked at him, and he left the room. That was that. He had enough.
So that track would have been perfect for them.
Right. That would have been a good one. Snoop would have been a good one. That was a Snoop Dogg song that we heard earlier where they were doing the click noises like that.
I might have to cue it up after your show ends
No.
just for Jason to hear.
No, I don't think he cares. I don't. Yeah.
No, I will. If I hear it, I would probably remember. But
Yeah.
having the backstory behind it, don't recall the song. But I'm pretty sure I probably heard it.
But we're talking to Jason D. McKeever, who he has his own French and local music. How did that start? What did that?
Oh gosh,
How did
well,
that develop? Was it just something you thought would be a fun thing? Because it's to me, it's kind of an odd niche audience, the French
it is.
Yeah.
and local music.
Cussing French right
Yes.
now.
No, I mean I can, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I'm pretty sure someone will know what those words mean, and then they'll.
As fascinated as I am by the fact that you can speak French, I am more fascinated to hear profanity in French.
That's
Just because
the most important part of any
That's
language
where I'm
to
at
learn.
here, as
Yeah.
far as my.
Yeah. Well, that any language, that's the most important part to learn.
Right, learning how to
Because
swear.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're obviously up here as far as how your mind goes, and I'm
That's okay.
I'm like
Wait, to
the poop
insult
under Don's shoe.
to insult somebody in Japanese,
Wonder
it's
what
very
that was.
easy. Just repeat the same word twice.
Oh,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
French
Yeah.
can't do that. Gotta be a little more creative. But as far as the station, the online station went, I started here at Wright State.
Oh, okay.
Started here actually at this station. And it started off as a bet between an old friend of mine. We're still friends to this day on Facebook. And
That doesn't count.
we still talk. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna say his name because he'll kill me. But anyway, you have to go ahead and take that radio class, and then
Right.
Yeah.
get a show.
And then
Yeah.
by the time you start the show, you forgot everything you learned.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think my show was from 8 to 10. 8 to 10 Saturday nights. And I didn't think anybody was going to listen in. And my friend said, hey, you want to go ahead and try something on your show? And I was like, sure. What do we have to lose? So for literally 2 hours straight, we'd spoken French, did songs in French, did commentaries in French.
Huh.
And we thought it was going to be a one-time thing because who's going to listen to French for 2 hours, right?
French people.
Well, yeah. But we didn't think anybody on the campus or in Dayton would actually listen. The next day, calls started coming into the station office. When is the show going to come back? So we did it again and again and again.
So just kind of accidentally started.
For 3 years.
Wow.
Wow.
3 whole years until I graduated. And then, of course, at that time, we couldn't have, as alumni, couldn't have a show. And so the show eventually moved
To Canada?
to
Oh, wow, Scotty.
family there.
That's terrible, eh?
Wow.
We don't say that all the time. Just some of the time. But it moved from the station to the online radio show where it is now.
Amy just replied, and it's great.
What'd she say?
OMG, I thought I was by the green. This is the Fairfield Commons Mall. No wonder why I got on 75 South to get here. And it was wrong. Damn, learning new things every day.
Dear Diary.
Where is she from?
Canada.
Oh, she has a long way to go.
We also got another comment. My dad used to curse and then say, "Excuse my French." One day in 5th grade, my teacher asked if anyone spoke French. It did not go well.
I bet it did. I bet it did not.
So you're still plugging along then with the show?
Yeah, I am.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
24
cool.
hours a day, 7 days a week. There's French music from around the world played, from Canada, of course, Africa, Caribbean, Louisiana, and of course local music in Dayton, well, from Dayton, Springfield, Huber Heights, anywhere in the Miami Valley.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Amy is like, Springfield, you ass hats.
Can we say that on the air, Patrick?
Can we say ass hat?
Hats.
Hats?
No,
Ass-
Springfield.
hats.
Springfield's a dirty word. Can we say
Can't
that?
say Springfield.
Yeah, Springfield is the FCC violation.
Yeah, we'll have to bleep Springfield. In order to rebroadcast, we have to eliminate Springfield. The whole town.
That's funny.
And everybody in Springfield said, Amen.
Yep, it's about time. We've been trying to eliminate this place for years.
Can't we just be called New Carlisle instead?
No,
Wow.
they already eliminated that. Yep, New Carlisle annexed Springfield. Phew.
Wow, our ratings dropped tremendously on my feed.
Yeah.
What'd you do,
You must
man?
have a lot
I
of
told
people-
you if you would have cussed in French,
You
we
got a lot
would
of
be
people
more.
from Springfield listening.
I was gonna say, like, half of
We're
our
in that,
listeners are
we're in that
probably from
recovery
Springfield.
place with you. Or where was it? Where was it you were at in Springfield?
South Fountain Avenue. Yep.
Yep.
In a group home.
Group home. There you go. The whole group just stopped listening.
Dude, I'll tell you what, not only did I learn how to fight there, but I learned how to run really fast.
Oh, okay.
Well, it
Really
helps
fast.
to know both in case you can't do either.
I'm just saying, man, South Side of Springfield ain't no place for a dude like me to be roaming around.
From the south side.
But I was sentenced there.
Sentenced to what?
That's rough.
Yeah, 2.5 years, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't know Springfield was that rough.
Oh, yeah. You want to go sometime?
No. Oh, yeah.
We'll yell at
It's,
people in French.
That's a good one.
So when French people cuss, do they say "Pardon my English"?
Not even.
Nope. They
Although
don't
it sounds
they
very
don't-
funny,
They don't
but-
apologize. for
Do they just call it toast?
They just blow smoke in your face and smack you with their baguette.
Here's a beignet for you. Boom.
I want
All
a
right,
beignet.
I think-
That sounds delicious, right?
We're gonna have to go ahead. I'm gonna queue up our break, and we'll go
Yep.
ahead and take our next break. I think I'm playing some actually old school Pottersfield, before Pottersfield, Destricore, Final Act, one of their first EPs they put out there. So we're gonna take a little break. Listen to some Destricore as soon as Patrick figures out what he's doing on the board.
I'm
over
reading
there.
another comment from Amy.
Oh, okay. We'll read that during the break in case she starts cursing at us again.
It's in French, trust me.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
We'll be back here shortly. Stick around.
my heart feels a beat again, I hope I enjoy the ride. If my lungs fail to breathe again, will I hear the cries? This is the end of the road, on the sides of attack. So take your last bow, it's a final act. The final act. If the oceans rise, my friends, then we ignored our fate. If the blood fills the skies, my friends, no longer will we hate. I hope you enjoyed your life, my friends, and didn't suffer through the cold. Let's move one more time, my friends, to cleanse our souls. This is the end of the road, at the signs of attack. So take your last bow, it's a final act. The final act. This is the end of the road, not the signs of attack. So take your last bow, it's a final act. The final act. This is the final act. The end of the show. This is the final act. The end of the show. The curtain call. The final blow. This is the final act. The end of the show. The curtain call. The final blow. This is the final act. The end of the show. The curtain call. The final blow. This is the end of the road, at the source of attack. So take your last bow, it's a final act. The final act. This is the end of the road, at the source of attack. So take your last bow, it's a final act. The final act. If tomorrow fails to come again, should I smoke for today? If I fail to open my eyes again, will it be worth the wait? Yeah! Final act. Final.
Talking about movies is what Aaron Lopez does best.
We are talking about The Greatest Showman, Thor Ragnarok, Love Simon, Hereditary,
With an army of special guests.
Jordan Lopez, Aaron Brewer, Jack Elliott, my good friend Carly.
Special moments you don't want to miss.
The very first ever Drunk Drive-In. We are more looking at the Oscar nominations.
So grab some snacks and a cold drink.
Let's all go to the lobby, refill your drinks.
Every Thursday.
Eventide Entertainment presents The Drive-In.
Hey, this is Don Smith with the Life Radio Show on WWSU 106.9 FM. I want to let you know that the World Series of Comedy is back at Wiley's Comedy Club this year. That's right, from May 28th through June 1st. 40 top comedians will compete for bragging rights, prizes, and the chance to go to the main event in St. Louis to compete against the top 100 comics in the country. This is a great chance to come out and support your favorite local comics and see some up-and-coming funny people doing what they do best. Tickets are available at wileyscomedy.com. See them all now while they still work cheap.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker at Wiley's Comedy Club, and you're listening to WWSU 106.9. I swear to God.
All right, sorry, I had to shut the door. Had to shut the door on DJ Zook.
Why?
Because he thinks we were born in a barn.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, son? We are back on the Life Radio Show. Not live on that one yet, but hey, there
Now
we
we
are.
are.
We just,
Hey.
just appeared. All right.
What
We're
was
back
that, a
on the Life
15-second
Radio Show.
delay?
About 15 seconds on Facebook Live.
Really, Don?
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the delay. That's how it works, I know. We're back on the Live Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in with my guest co-host, Scotty Mays.
Hey.
The fabulous Scotty Mays.
Man, so much fun in here tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's been a hoot.
It has been a hootenanny. What? All this tomfoolery.
Yes. It's I don't know.
Just
Haberdashery,
pushed
I don't know.
in the
Something
microphone.
Like you what?
Pished.
Don't pitch in the microphone. You're not allowed to say pish, Scotty. I thought we went over that.
I thought you said that other word we can't say on the air.
There's certain words you can't
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
Pish is not one of them.
Yeah, push.
Better be careful. Don't want to push off the FCC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Jason D.
Easy
McKeever is still in the studio with us. He's not run off.
Nope.
AKA Frenchie
Yep.
is in the house.
Yeah.
Yep. Amy James still in the party.
Still in the parking lot.
No,
Still.
actually, no. She says, I'm good. I'm watching at the gas station. I made it. And
Oh,
I'm
she
on.
ran out of gas.
She ran out of gas.
She drove through the parking lot so much she had to stop and get gas.
His flex fuel just doesn't work.
She also said,
Not very flexible.
I'm female, remember, which means I'm basically FBI.
And that means
Hold on.
what?
Talking to,
Female bodybuilding
Initiative. Moving on.
female bodybuilding initiative.
Oh, so much fun. We have some news we should probably get to.
Because it's
boy.
important.
It is.
Very
it
important.
is. This is.
Let's
what
remind the
makes world
morons
go
how
round.
much of a moron they still are.
Exactly. It's a sign of the times from two Florida men.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Timing.
It's really not as exciting as it seems. Who gave their dad a billboard instead of a card for a 60-second birthday?
Oh, I've heard about
remember
Barry's
this.
sons wanted to wish him a happy birthday, but they were in the Sunshine State and he was back home in New Jersey. So they decided to rent a billboard near Atlantic City for $2,000. The display featured his face and the words, "Wish my dad a happy birthday, love your
I've heard
son."
of this.
And they
This-
included his telephone number.
Yeah.
As a
this
result-
does not end well.
As a result, the billboard has been the gift that keeps on giving because Ferry's phone has been ringing off the hook with calls and texts, according to Inside Edition. Every state in the Union, Luxembourg, Nepal, Kenya, Philippines, that little island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, they tried calling me, Ferry said. And lots of other fairies tried to call him, too. A little pixie spreading fairy, anyway.
Yeah,
Tyler
you know,
Perry.
his phone number got changed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He changed it to 867-5319, unfortunately. So he's still getting calls for Denny night and day. Yeah, he wasn't up on the times. He changed his number to that. If it had his number in the article, I would have given it out here, just so the extra 3 people could call him.
And we're back to
Pass the
one.
number around. It would've just
We're back to
restarted.
one. You're at
Scotty.
7.
We are whooping you.
Yeah, you are way more entertaining on your page than I am on mine. Well, look at
Well,
me.
'cause they
Apparently,
see
my
all
face
three
is
of us.
purple.
Yeah, they
so
see all
nobody
3 of
wants
us.
to look
All
at a
they see
purple
over there is your
face.
purple head. I think that might be the name of this episode.
Purple
Scotty's
head.
Purple head.
I like it.
And Patrick likes your purple head.
The purple head goes great with the instrumental mayonnaise belch.
That it does. That it does indeed.
That's what causes the stroke.
There you go.
A mother traveling. This is kind of a story about a dumb person. A mother traveling from Saudi Arabia to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, had the scare of a lifetime this past weekend when she suddenly noticed she was traveling lighter than she planned. The woman had somehow left her baby girl at the airport. The Saudi Arabian Airlines flight was in the sky when the woman realized she'd forgotten her child. Unfortunately, they had a 3-hour delay on the tarmac. The mother informed the flight crew that her baby was back at the boarding area of the terminal at King Abdul Aziz International Airport.
She was
How
like,
do you
if my
forget a
husband
crying
finds
voice?
out,
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
How do you forget a crying voice?
you think
Divorce.
they,
That's what I want to know.
Selective
divorced.
hearing,
You get
Jason.
divorced and you move on.
There we go. Get her divorced
So-
and move on.
do
Uh-oh. Jason's camera went out of focus on that. There
Oh,
we
you
man.
think that to create a sense of urgency, she's like, when my husband finds out, he is going to explode.
Oh,
All right.
yep. That's wrong.
If I would have got to tell that like 30 seconds earlier, it would have been way more fun.
That's true. Like it would have still
okay.
been
We were
relevant.
still-
Other than all the other
The-
stuff we talked
The
about. in
exploding
between.
purple head with mayonnaise.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Anyway.
Now, speaking of getting swallowed, it wasn't exactly the tale of Jonah, but one man still has a whale of a story to tell. South African dive tour operator Rainer Schimpf. What a name.
Rainers.
Recalled nearly being swallowed by a whale after he was mistakenly swept into the jaws during a sardine feeding frenzy last month. Why the guy was eating that much sardines in the ocean is beyond me. I guess he was hungry. The 51-year-old was snorkeling near Port Elizabeth Harbor when a series of photos captured him being sucked headfirst into
Too
a
easy.
bride's whale's mouth. So much to work with there, Scotty.
Oh.
There was no time for fear or any emotion, he told the Telegraph. I knew instantly what had happened. I got sucked into a bride's mouth. Bride's whale, sorry. I knew.
Are you sure that's what it said?
I knew that a whale had come and taken me, and I instinctively held my breath, assuming that it would dive down again and spit me out somewhere in the depth of the Indian Ocean.
He's been watching too much Finding
He's
Nemo.
been married before.
Yeah, how many dudes have to hold their breath?
Yeah. Yep.
Come out
and
the
wait to be
blowhole.
spit out. He's lucky he didn't. Bride's whales, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, can dive for 5 to 15 minutes and can reach depths of up to 1,000 feet. That is a deep
Wow.
bride's whale.
Cavernous.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So if you've ever been swallowed by a whale.
I would have fingered her blowhole until she spit
Well,
me
yeah,
out.
that's the first thing
See-
you got to do. That's the first thing they teach you in,
Yeah, finger the
in
blowhole.
dive school is to finger the blowhole.
Are you sure it was a bride's whale and not a sperm whale? Because sperm whales swallow pretty well.
Yeah, but that's how you know it was a bride's whale. She spit him out.
Yeah.
nobody caught that but me.
You don't get the joke?
Why?
I bet he was
get the
salty.
joke. It was a bride's whale. That's why she spit him out. Sperm whale, he'd have never
I get
made
it.
it.
Oh.
He
That
would
he'd
have been,
come up pregnant.
he would have been miscarried out of that. Out of that whale.
Yeah, but it's terminated.
I think we did.
That was one
derailed.
that
I'm gonna
was
walk out of that
rightfully greeted by silence and horror. That's what I.
Yeah, I'm going to walk away from that one.
Yeah, welcome to the
gosh.
pro-life radio.
Remember, kids, finger the blowhole.
That's all you need to know.
Yep, just you want to get spit out, you got to finger the blowhole. That's
I think that should be the name of the show.
Finger in the blowhole.
finger the
Yeah.
blowhole.
It's like Hootie and the Blowfish. But
Yeah, again, we have a choice of two. We have Scotty's purple head and finger the blowhole.
Oh,
Scotty's Purple Head. Sounds like a Jimi Hendrix cover band.
Finger the blowhole. There we go.
yeah, I think that's going to win.
Man, I love this show. It's been a long day. This just tops it off.
You know, you have a
Like
good
a-
show when you have 4 different choices. So
A total of 1,200 donned green and formed themselves into the shape of a shamrock in
Wait,
New
what was that
York
again?
State. Huh?
400. Oh, 400.
1,200 people
Oh, Dawn.
put donned green.
Gotcha,
They
okay.
put it on.
I'm sorry.
They're big words. Dawn. What a dumb
Dawn.
word. That should be somebody's name.
Oh, my God.
And they put on green. They formed themselves into the shape of a shamrock in New York State to break the Guinness World Record. The attempt, organized by Elmira Downtown Development, arranged 1,200 people in green ponchos in the shape of a 3-leaf clover to break the record on St. Patrick's Day. Participants had to hold the shape for a full 5 minutes to qualify for the record. The attempt broke the previous record of 815 people, which was set in Ireland, where it belongs. Get out of Patrick's Day, New York.
Okay.
That is Patrick's Day, not New York's Day.
Right, exactly. Exactly. St. Patrick didn't drive the snakes out of New York City, did he?
He sure fingered the
No,
blowhole
that's
of New
where
York,
he stuck
though.
all the rats, but he didn't drive the rats shoved.
I know what he was doing.
Stuffed with cell phones and drugs
And cocaine.
and cocaine
And strippers
and
crack.
strippers crack.
St. Patrick knew how to party.
It's weird. I didn't
Stripper
think
rat.
nobody likes a rat in prison. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but here they were. Well, they were dead ones, so they
Oh,
were
that's
okay.
true. They were
the only
dead
good
rats.
rat's a dead rat filled with cocaine and cell phones.
So if you hang a dead rat up and hit it like a piñata, is that how you get the cocaine out of it?
Yeah, nose candy.
Love that sound.
Colorado Ski Resort launched 21 homemade works of art on a big jump for the 2019 Dummy Downhill Competition. Isn't that how Sonny Bono died? The artificial skiers were pushed down the ski hill at the Mount Ashland ski area and sent careening off the large jump before being assigned scores by a team of judges. Officials said the dummies each had to weigh in at under 125 pounds and be mounted on skis or snowboards. Alex Neville, the snow sports director of Mount Ashland, said judges were looking at form as well as function. Half design points and then half on their downhill score. If they actually make it down the ramp, they hit the jump, and then we also kind of factor in the crash as well. The winning the winning dummy, titled "Who You Gonna Call?" Snowbusters, featured a model of the Ghostbusters car on skis with a snowboarding Slimer suspended on top. The winner received 2 season passes to Mount Ashland. An awful lot of work just to be another skiing dummy.
You know, Alex Neville will do anything to one up his brother Aaron Neville.
Yeah.
Since he just takes.
Well, it doesn't take much. It's, you ever listen to that guy sing? He can't like hold a note. He's like all over the place. Yeah. He's kind of like it's kind of like if Gilbert Gottfried had tried to have a singing career, he would have matched Aaron
with the Bee Gees.
Wow.
With the Bee Gees.
They could have a competition.
Actually had his Christmas album.
I don't know.
Aaron Neville?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. They didn't ruin your Christmas?
No,
Aaron Neville Christmas album.
My parents ruined my Christmas.
Oh.
The fact that they weren't there for Christmas. And then I woke up all alone.
Now we all need to cry.
Right.
Well, can we cue the Incredible Hulk end scene music?
Woke up all alone.
Play the world's smallest violin.
Fingering the blowhole.
I mean, if you want to get a flute in here, I guess you would finger the blowhole.
You keep your flute to yourself,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, we're not talking flautists. We're still
on
talking
the
about
pianist.
pianists.
At least my flute doesn't have a big purple head.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else you got over there, Don?
There's a story about a purple-headed flute. An escaped cow running loose in New Jersey. It was a Jersey cow. Was caught on video running to a Chick-fil-A restaurant. The Noblesville Police Department said the cow was reported running loose in the city Saturday night on the east side of the city where all the cows tend to hang out. And the bovine led police on a lengthy chase. The cow, which escaped from a transport trailer, was caught on video by surprise witnesses as it ran through busy roads while dodging police pursuit. The animal was captured safely after being filmed running to the parking lot of a nearby Chick-fil-A eatery.
Christian sanctuary. That was a holy cow.
He just wanted some chicken.
Unfortunately, it was a homosexual cow, and Chick-fil-A didn't let him in.
They refused to serve it.
Yep, he was actually standing out there in protest. You know,
ma'am, you're gonna have to cover your teats. You cannot come in here with those.
Yeah, it's rough being a cow these days.
It really is.
At least 6 of them that you have to cover.
Cows? No, I only had
Teats?
the one story about cows.
No,
Utters.
we're talking about the
He's
thing.
being utterly ridiculous right now.
Utterly ridiculous.
We need Gilbert Gottfried to play some music for it.
Music. Firefighters were called to a Florida home to deal with an unusual emergency. A homeowner found an iguana in their toilet and didn't remember eating it.
Jeez. Seriously?
Sorry. I threw that in there. That's not part of the article.
That was beautiful. You know it's good when you start sweating from laughing so hard.
Again, Scotty, I forgot all about this story. I had none of that.
Like, what kind of glasses
Fort
prescription
Lauderdale Fire Rescue said Engine 13 responded to a home where the resident reported lifting up the toilet lid and finding a large lizard inside the bowl. It's unclear how the iguana found its way into the toilet. The fire department said our crews took the lizard outside and released him without harm. So it had a happy ending.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
It came out of a happy ending, too.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you stole that. You stole that one after you opened with that. So I have nothing to follow with that. I'm going to leave it alone. It was too good. It was too good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sometimes you just got to leave it alone, close the lid, and go about your business. That's all.
So, who had more of the awkward moment, the lizard or the homeowner?
Say the lizard. I mean, because you
The
gotta wonder
lizard
how
had
it
a lot
got
to
there.
see.
Yeah, because lizards don't typically climb up into drainage pipes, you know. So somebody had to have placed it there. How did it get there? That's a mystery.
That lizard's going to have nightmares.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was like,
especially because imagine it's late at night. You don't want to turn the lights on because you don't want to be fully awake yet. You just want to sit down and do your business.
Right.
That
poor lizard.
That poor lizard. Yeah.
That's what you call a karma chameleon.
Yeah.
Carmelian. We get it.
Ew. The karma comedian.
Lisa wasn't.
Yeah.
Lisa wasn't the
when
python.
I was a kid, that's what I thought that song said. It was karma comedian. It was like, what? I'm a comedian. That's why I wanted to do comedy ever since. So I thought I want somebody to write a song about me called I'm a comedian. In French.
Oh.
What's that sound like? Say that.
What, karma?
Just entertain me for a second, please, and I'll leave you alone about it.
You can make something up. Say something in Spanish. He's not going to know.
Do it with a French accent.
Oui.
Karma chameleon. Karma chameleon.
It was very anticlimactic.
Yeah,
but, you know.
yeah, that's okay. Okay. Well, we didn't want to cause a stroke.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't prepare?
Not normally.
So North Carolina thrift. What's up?
Somebody on Facebook says, I dare the guy with the beard to shave his head.
Which one?
That would be...
Which beard? Me and Scotty both have beards.
I was going to say, you both have beards, so I don't know.
Where was I going with that? North Carolina thrift store social media post is going viral after warning customers about a couple of, quote, haunted pieces of furniture. The Habitat for Humanity restorer of Rowan County posted photos to Facebook showing a queen canopy bed frame and highboy chest of drawers that the previous owners said were haunted. The post included a photo of the note posted on the pieces. Please note, previous owners report the highboy is haunted. He reports continuous nightmares for he and his wife. Speaks for itself. While it was in their room. He also reports the dogs would not stop barking at it. Store operations director Elizabeth Brady said the viral post led to a flurry of attention for the pieces. Apparently people want a haunted highboy. I don't know.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know how to feel about that.
A haunted highboy?
The highboy chest of drawers.
I would just...
Have you ever had a haunted chest or drawers?
No.
Yep.
This is one of the moments where you have
just
to
remember,
do my voice.
If you and the wife ever start having nightmares and the dog won't stop barking at your furniture,
time to get rid of it.
Yeah, there's something you should really go back into recovery.
There's a stuffed dead rat in that dresser.
Yeah, exactly. Either that or there's an iguana in the toilet. Yeah, that toilet's haunted. Nope, that's a big lizard. that almost sat on an iguana because it's Florida, so you know they're old. Unless it was a mobile home. All the young people in Florida, all the young people in Florida live in mobile homes.
Yep, cooking meth.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's really how I think the lizard got there. You ever seen Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams? They were cooking some bad meth. Is what caused that. That was really their friend Guido. That's down now. He's an iguana.
Guido the iguana.
Yep, he's an iguido.
We
have one more news story, and we have covered every bit of this garbage.
Awesome. Let's knock it out of the park.
Let's get rid of this, and then we'll call it an early night and go rethink our lives.
Rethink our pro-life.
Yeah, pro-life radio show. British Columbia Library said there was something unusual about a recently returned book. It was 42 years overdue. Vancouver Island Regional Library said a copy of Wilderness Living by Bernd Berglund was put into the Dropbox Monday at the Courtenay Library, and the pink stamp inside the cover. Oh, he's got to have a pink stamp inside the cover. Shows was last checked out from Union Bay Branch in 1977. It's really a mystery as to where the book was for the last 42 years, according to spokesperson David Carson. The book was in great condition after 42 years. It smells good. The corners are crisp, and it's you follow it with a nice Cabernet.
What was he trying to do? Smoke the book afterwards?
Yeah, well, it's wilderness. He's probably it's like I bet whoever was doing something with this. Yeah, its pages are nice and sharp. It's in really good shape. Carson said the book would have incurred a $3,442 late fee if the library didn't cap fines at $7.50.
Charlotte caps.
Ooh. It's Wilderness Living. Where does he think the book was? Somebody was living off of it for 42 years.
Yeah.
They finally said, nope, I'm moving back into town, and they dropped the book off because they didn't need it anymore. Either that or in 42 years, they learned every bit of it. They were copying it. They were handwriting a copy.
We got a comment about that story.
Time. All right, what we got?
You know, it wasn't a black person to turn that in. Wilderness living is too much like camping.
Ouch.
That is true. That is true. Maybe he was trying
slinging fools.
Maybe he was trying to...
That was the comment.
Who is that? Michael D. Moore. I have not seen him in so long. I miss you, dude.
Hey, Michael, are you still taking a bath? Because he was taking a bath, and he told me to stop staring at the camera because it was creeping him out when he was watching our show while he was taking a bath. Dude.
Wow.
I just right
there. No, I haven't seen Michael in forever.
I love that guy. I don't know the dude. He just he got busy living, man. Adulting.
Yeah. That's a rough thing to do. Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Anyway, I'll be there in 20 minutes to rub lotion on your back, buddy.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, if he's still in the tub, he's still in the tub, Michael. Scotty's on his way.
I'll still get your backside for you, buddy.
One way or another.
This is how we're going to end it. This is how it ends.
This is how it ends. Over 4 years on this station, and this is how it ends. Jason D. McKeever, thanks for coming on and being party to this, so we didn't have to. I don't know, put somebody else through it.
I'm sorry this is an hour of your life I'm never going to get back, but I really hope you enjoy yourself.
Where can we find your stuff again? You have social media feeds. You have your website for the Weebly that we put it up once before. So go ahead. Throw it out
on Facebook is French and Local Dayton. And the website itself is FrenchandLocalDayton.weebly.com.
Sweet. So check him out. Check him out if you like French and local music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're not exclusive. It's one. It's both.
Yep, it's both. Absolutely.
Yep. Scotty Mays, what do you have going on? You got any more contests to win?
Well, we will be posting. My girlfriend and I will be posting a video on Pornhub in 3 hours.
Sweet.
So stay tuned for that.
Is that
That's the finger in the blowhole. And
the mayonnaise belch.
the mayonnaise belch. Yeah. And we'll be fingering blowholes.
Yep. Yep, Scotty and T-Bone fingering the blowhole. That's the title.
T-boning the blowhole.
Look it up on Pornhub.
Right. Yeah. So
Scotty T-bones a blowhole.
Yep. While you're on Pornhub, check out mayonnaise belch.
go ahead and limber up for me, beautiful. I'll be there in about 20 minutes.
You're
Well,
still talking-
25
you're still
after I
talking
get
to
done
Mike
with Mike.
Okay, so
Gotta take care of the lotion first,
Mike
and then I'll be
Morris-
home.
Yep,
Mike
he's gotta-
Morris has a comment for Scotty.
Yep, he's got to stop by and lotion up Mike first, and he's on the way home.
Don,
T-Bone.
sorry. It's for Don. Nope, I'm out now. Your eye contact was beeping with me. Can't say that word on radio. I felt real dirty, like you was staring into my soul. I'll be at Wiley's April 27th for 2 shows.
Oh,
Not so
sweet.
shameless
Nice.
plug.
All right.
Wait, no,
we'll take
that's
that.
no shame
I appreciate
in that, at
that
all.
plug.
Absolutely.
It'll be good to see you, man.
Oh yeah. I missed the guy. I'm going to have to get him back on the show. If you're going up April 27th at Wiley's, you're going to come back on this show before that. Just so you know.
Oh, you
All
should
right.
put us on there together. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
there
I'd
you
love
go.
to be on
There
the
you
show with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
We will make this work.
Lock it in.
Yeah. All right. Thanks
right.
for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Be sure to get out and watch some comedy this weekend. Go see Caleb Sanan at Wiley's. If
And then
you
hit
buy
up
your
the Sunday
tickets
Comic
online,
Show.
Enter in promo code BOGO. Get half off. Or absolutely.
And Stripper Crack.
Yeah, go in Sunday for Stripper Crack. I'll be doing some comedy.
Yep.
Nate Washington's going to be closing the show out.
My
It's gonna
buddy
be
Gary Ganell will be
fantastic.
on there. It's his first time ever doing.
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that.
Yep.
Also, if you're in the Chicago area, St. Charles, Zanies, next Wednesday night, I'll be performing in the World Series of Comedy.
You're going to kill it, man.
I'm going to crush it.
Yes, you are.
I'm taking it.
Yes.
Just the whole club. I
That's
want
the
another
attitude.
one.
You're like,
I want another club. I'm going to have one out there, too. Well, thanks for tuning in. All that stuff I said, I meant it. We'll see you later.
Peace.
Except most of the stuff I said. Have a good night.
Love you.
Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, with repeats on Wednesdays from 10 to noon and Thursdays from noon to 2. You can also stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence.
I mean, if you want to get a flute in here, I guess you would finger the
Hey, you
blowhole.
keep your flute to yourself,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, we're not talking flautist.